Welcome back. The last video, we went over protocols and services with SNMP, and now we're going to go over data encryption with the new protocol, data encryption with BitLocker and a few other items as well. I just want to make sure I'm on the correct server, so that's why it's loading here. All right, perfect. So we're going to be doing just the overarching thing for the first part of our exercise. We're going to be doing a full disk encryption using BitLocker, right? So we're going to be doing configuring BitLocker settings via the GPL. So that's the correct server. And then we need to get to the server manager. There we go. Now let's see, group policy management. Allow me to. All right, perfect. And then, all right, there we go. All right, so let's see, domains, and then practice labs. We want to create a domain CPL and make it here. All right, and we want to name it BitLocker for desktops. Okay, all right, perfect. So now, we already have that expanded. So now when we click the BitLocker for desktops GPL link, we'll get a message about changes to the GPL link, which, as you just saw just a second ago. So we've had that taken care of. So now we can select some authenticated users group in the security filtering section. All right. So let's do, let's see. Okay, let's remove them. Yes, that's fine. All right, and let's see. We're going to select, let's see. Let's do this here. Let's enable computer. Check, we got that underlined, so we're good. All right, so that means that the computer account is now a member of the practicelabs.com domain. So we're good there. So, and we also see it added under the security filtering section. So this means the BitLocker for desktops group policy. It's going to only apply to the server. Well, not the server, I'm sorry, the A10 server computer. So let's actually click here and edit. Okay. Okay, administrative, Windows components, BitLocker drive, encryption. And let's see. Okay. Then let's see. Require. Okay. And we're going to edit this. Now from here, we're going to make sure this is enabled. And we're going to also, let's see. Oh, not this one here. Oh, this is fine. All right, just wanted to make sure. I thought it was one of the drop downs, but it's actually here. So don't want to allow TPM, so we can apply. Hit OK. Now we can see that if we scroll over, the state of it has been enabled. So let me close this out. This as well. All right, so I'm just going to keep this running in the background for this particular manager. And now we're just going to shrink the existing drive. So to be able to save the recovery key, we need to partition the existing drive and create a separate partition. And this computer has only one drive. Unfortunately, and BitLocker does not allow the recovery key to be saved to the encrypted drive. So we'll be shrinking the D drive. So now let's start partitioning. So let's make sure we're on the right server. And then computer management. Then we're going to expand the storage. It's already expanded. And then disk management. See. Then we're going to shrink it. Like I mentioned. We're going to keep the default settings. So we're just going to hit shrink. So we'll see in a second that complete this, but a new partition should be created. Now, let's see. All right, it gave me a message I didn't want, so now I need to create a value on the, let's see. Now let's fix this. All right, so we can get back on track. So now I'm just gonna create a value for the unallocated partition. So just gonna do simple volume here, and I'm just gonna read through, make sure the default is good. Let's see, the D drive, and yeah, I'll keep the default here. Finish. All right, so that should take long at all. Yep, I got that. Format, start, fine. That's fine. Actually, you know what? We don't need to do that. Let's do that. So anyway, now the D partition is now ready for use. It's the primary partition now, so we can see the dialog box of that. So the format partition, we really didn't need that. I would have pushed back a few things that I have to do next. So now we're going to enable the BitLocker. So to do this, we need to have administrative privileges on the computer. So to enable it, we'll have to do a few things. So let's see. Oh, okay. Weird. Let's see. All right. Then it should give us the go ahead. All right, complete it. All right, so let's open this up. Turn on BitLocker. Of course, we're going to use the password. Okay. I want to save it to a file. So the recovery key is normally required if the admin not forgets the password or loses the smart card to access the encrypted drive. So I have the same file name as the BitLocker recovery key. So I'm just gonna select documents here, and let's see. I'll just save it here. Yeah. Okay, next. Start encrypting. All right, perfect. So that can be done in the background. And so on the let's close out the BitLocker. Let's actually close out everything. All right, perfect. So when the encryption is complete, you won't receive a notification. This is expected, really, and we can just continue to move forward. So if we could click back on File Explorer, we'll notice that now is a padlock on the drive, on the D drive. Even though it's still in its unlocked state, as indicated, because it is unlocked, but you can't see that the padlock has been added. So now we can manage the properties of this new drive. We right click here and we can go to manage BitLocker and the window opens for us, right? So now we can verify the BitLocker actually, the functionality of it. So let's see, let's do the address bar here. All right, so just going to connect. Now, what I'm expecting to happen is, as far as testing out the functionality of it, when it restarts, as you saw, the padlock was unlocked. So now when I get back into the system and it loads and I click on File Explorer to take a look, it should be locked back. There it is. It is now locked as far as the BitLocker. So let's see. So we're going to unlock the drive here. And of course, the password I just created for it. I'll unlock it. It loads. So now it's unlocked. All right. So now I'm just going to manage it using the command prompt. So let's see. Okay, so we see the version, the conversion status, percentage encrypted, the encryption method, so on and so forth, right? So we see that it's fully encrypted pretty much. So now we can actually unlock the encrypted drive using the recovery keys. So we won't need to enter in a password. Or we're just gonna, it's gonna simulate a recovery of the encrypted drive using the recovery keys. So let's see, let's do pretty much the command we just used a moment ago. Shut down, well, really restart. We're going to connect back to the File Explorer once it's done. All right, everything is back up and running. So let's open this up. As we can see, oh, what to be looking over there. All right, so let's see, if we go to the documents folder, can actually take a look at a file that has the contents of it. It has the BitLocker recovery key file. So actually, we already, since we already have it open, it's going to locate the recovery key section. So the recovery key, here it is, right there. Perfect. So now we can actually go back here, right click on here, select unlock, and I can actually see more options. It's a recovery key. And should I copy it first? Anyway, where did it go? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Perfect. So it opened right up for me. So with the 48-digit recovery key. So with that being said, let's see. Can right click? Oh, it's already open. All right. So let's see here. All right. So now we're going to remove the BitLocker disk encryption on drive E. So now, let's see, while it's open, while the File Explorer is open, let's type in the command. Let's see. All right, so let's manage for it to be off. All right, decryption is now in progress, and it typically takes a few minutes to finish. To verify the status for whenever it's done, I'm not going to wait, but it will be when it does finish, or you think it may have taken long enough, you can use this command to check the status, right? So lock status unlocked, protection off, disabled, follow that jazz, percentage encrypted, 0.0%. And also it'll show the values D and C actually are fully decrypted. So I can actually clear this out. And we can just do this. Perfect. So now we've signed out, and we're going to go to exercise 2, which is managing security for removable media. So for security reasons, most organizations will prohibit or stop their users from using personal storage devices like a USB stick or something like that, or their phone, for transporting any proprietary information, right? So this is just to avoid theft of confidential data that may put the company's trade secrets at risk, right? So we're going to configure some basic security for portable storage media to disallow their usage by configuring the GPO. Right, so let's configure some restrictions. And actually, let me refresh this. While that's loading, let me go back here. So group policy management, what we need to take a look at. Then I think we're at the right. Great. Yeah, we're fine. All right, so let's see. It's here, and removable media. And let's click here. This configuration, policies, administrative templates, system, removable access, deny right access. Let's see. Let me maximize this. Gonna see, remove the disk. There it is. All right, let's enable this. Hit OK. And now it's just going to close both of these. It's really driving me crazy here. Now, unfortunately, due to some limitations of this lab, it may not show the actual policy of blocking removable storage on devices, but follow along with me. So actually, that's typically it. So just for a brief recap, we went over data encryption. We did a full disk encryption using BitLocker, and we configured some security for removable media, at least concept-wise, right? So next, we'll be doing some implementing software raids, and I'll see you in that video.